another live. Somebody has been really having an energy of like procrastination. You know, this is your reading if you're procrastinating, if you've had like no appetite, maybe overindulging in or the desire to overindulge in substances or something like that. Maybe working out, maybe going to the gym. You know, this is your reading. Maybe being called to like Marvel, DC things. Maybe doing some more focusing on angels, doing some shadow work. Maybe some of you have been called to studying, you know, ancient religions or things like that. If that makes sense to you, then welcome in. My name is Allison Smith, aka the Alpha Oracle. You can find me on Psychology Today. I am a real therapist by day, and I am a tarot reader by night. If you want to know how they match and how they go together, I encourage you, because I'm not going to teach you here. I don't want to do that. There's someone who already does that. Her name is Dr. Heather Hardison. You can go to her Spotify, Healing Through Tarot, scroll down to the bottom, listen to her first 2 podcasts. Anything that you want to know about psychology and tarot and how you're using mental health and why is this not evil and this is just another way for the devil to get you. Go listen to that podcast. Maybe perhaps ask yourself, how much therapy have you had? But in the meantime, in between time, I am doing a cold read. I ask for no harm to come across any dimensions or any timelines. I ask for my ego to decrease and the Holy Spirit to increase. And that all who are supposed to hear this message, that you hear it in divine timing. Someone is getting out of negative thinking patterns. Someone's getting unstuck. Collective, you could have had a time in your life where you were really focused on negative thinking patterns or seeing yourself trapped, maybe even trapped by one particular thought in general, but maybe just in general, all of them have been in a way that have been unstuck. Does it make sense? Unsticking yourself. Hello, hey Rich, how you doing? Welcome on in. Okay, so right now I'm focusing on you, collective, and then I'm gonna do your person. So right now, in the thinking, I see you've been working really hard. I don't know if you've been manifesting something in particular, but it looks like you've been, thank you very much. I think you've been working really hard at manifesting whatever it is that you want for your life. Again, for everyone, this is gonna be different. This is a big collective, so you have to take it as it resonates, okay? But I see in the present you could be doing a lot of work, putting a lot of hard work in, and I feel like intuitively some of you have been like literally just like going to actual physical work. For some of you, you've been like doing things in the background. But I see the 5 of Wands here, so it doesn't seem like there's, maybe you've been putting a lot of work in and not feeling like you've got the success that you want from that. If that's the case, that means that you're alchemizing fire energy and earth energy. So you could be putting a lot of time and effort into things, but like, man, where is my reward? Where is the success that I want to see? So maybe some of you have been putting, work in, but I don't seem like you're trapped with that thought. Like it's not coming out like, oh, I'm doing all this work for nothing. It doesn't come out like that, but it does come out like you've been working, seeing yourself work, but maybe not getting all the fruits of your labor or having public recognition, shall I say, for whatever it is that you're doing. For some of you, you've been putting a lot of work in the background, and maybe you feel like you're not where you want to be, and you're able to like go forward with whatever passion this is, like to be like public success. Thank you. Love you guys. I appreciate you joining me on this beautiful day. Forgive me, I didn't do anything to myself besides wake up and do yoga and stuff. Okay. So let's go over, so that's what's going on in the thoughts. What's going on with you guys' feelings. I'm gonna do the first round and I'm gonna come back around again, okay? Just to see what's under there. So let's go into the, come on, talk to me, y'all. Okay. Is that why y'all didn't want to talk to me? Whoever reading this will resonate for you if you're recovering from a broken heart, where you're coming out of some type of separation or divorce or breakup or something like that. You'll know this is your reading if that's something that you've been feeling or you're coming out of that. And you could be feeling like you're like working with someone or collaborating with other people. the six. Okay, so your feelings are a little bit, you have a lot of earth, you've been doing a lot of things. Your feelings are coming out here as a lot of earth energies. With the Three of Pentacles, you could be feeling like you're putting, again, a lot of work or working with other people or having to collaborate or do some type of work. You'd be feeling like that, the feelings of having to work with others. But I also see the feelings related and attached to a broken heart. Again, separation, divorce, upheaval, something really pierced your heart through the middle. You know, whatever this was that happened to you really pierced through the middle and different sides. And then we have the Seven of Pentacles here, which that represents you being in this energy of a, again, manifesting abundance. I want you to see how they're connected, because you have the Eight of Pentacles and Seven of Pentacles. So you're thinking about working and you're working, right? But then you're also, your feelings are attached to a lot of manifesting here. Like it's like manifesting a lot of success, trying to get your way. It feels like you're trying to get your way out of something, collective. That's what it feels like if this is your reading. Because it's attached to the separation. It's attached to love. It's attached to this. Even though I don't see a lot of water on the board, I see a lot of work on the board. So you could be, whoever you guys are, you've been doing a lot of working. Yeah, definitely a lot of working with the Knight of Pentacles being here. So Nine of Pentacles talks about this, doesn't have to be these signs, but it talks about the energy of Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. So remember, this is a very practical energy. Someone who's being very stable, someone's going to work, getting the job done. So collective, if that's you, you'll know that would make sense to you if that's your reading. Someone, again, you see he has the ring. A lot of manifesting here. Your feelings and your thoughts are very tied to whatever it is that you're trying to be successful with that you haven't been successful with in the past. I don't know. Okay, so let's see what these, let's look into your, because I also too, I think that you working with other people, or maybe at one time you didn't want to work with other people. Maybe you didn't want to collaborate. You didn't want to work well with others or something. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know, because it's the Eight of Swords. It's attached to it to the top. So maybe at one time you had some stuck thinking or feelings with working with others, or how to work with other people, or how to collaborate with other people, whether that's in a relationship or a marriage or a business or work or whatever that is, okay? So take it as a resonate, because it's a collective that's pretty large, or shall be. So manifesting that too. So yes, by the time y'all, this reaches the ears that it needs to reach, whenever, whatever month, whatever times, the timeless message. When you see it, when you hear it, it's supposed to be that message for you. So definitely working hard. Whoever you are, you're definitely a hard worker. I see that. Let's go into these intentions. Your intentions is to have the Wheel of Fortune. I see that. Like you want, your intentions are to, man, to really get the whole pie. This Green Lantern, you got a lot of Green Lantern. Whoever you are, you might like Green Lantern may be a significant here to either to your readings. A lot of Green Lantern on the board, or Marvel in general. But your intentions are, you could be what's going on? Hold on. Your intentions, there's some people on the board. There's some intentions that are related to, so whoever has a separation, you'll know this is your reading. Whoever had a separation is linked to a person. You could be a masculine, it doesn't have to be, but you could be a masculine. This person could be a feminine. Doesn't have to be, I mean, there's no gender in tarot, but showing up as whoever this Queen of Cups is someone who's a sweetheart, someone who stands up for what's right, someone who has integrity. They're emotionally vulnerable, they're emotionally available. I see how they're standing between the two fires. So there definitely is like this guardian energy. So you'll know if that's your person, or you'll know who that person is to you in the reading. And they're attached to a Knight of Swords. So there's some intentions for these two people and the Wheel of Fortune. This Queen of Cups falls up under the broken heart, falls up under the Three of Swords. This Queen of Cups falls up under the Three of Swords. So whoever had this broken heart, whoever's this linked to, guys, whoever this is related to, there's some intentions that are attached to a Wheel of Fortune. something good, something beautiful that someone wants. Well, or I'll say beautiful, but something fortunate. So someone could be working hard on that. If that's you, collective, it looks like you could be working hard on that if this is your reading. And then we have the Knight of Swords. I gotta find some more clarifiers because this is getting juicy. This is Knight of Swords. Holy Spirit, Archangel Michael, Yeshua, Holy Spirit, activate. This Queen of Cups, whoever this Queen of Cups is, they may not be saying anything, but they have a lot of bright ideas. They're very creative. So you'll know who this person is by this clarity, okay? You'll know if this is you or if this is your person, okay? But whoever this Queen of Cups is someone who is very, very imaginative, very creative. They have a lot of ideas that burst on fire. They're able to get the cobwebs out of their brain. Maybe they had cobwebs at one time, but cobwebs are going away. And they're very creative, this Queen of Cups, which, again, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, they don't have to be those signs. They just could embody the creativity of those water signs. But, because I also see the King of Swords here, so this could be an older feminine, an older person, or take it as it resonates, you can switch it. But this person is being quiet. They may not be saying anything, and they could be working on their family, or working with a family, or something about with their family. Or it looks like they have a family. I'm just gonna be, whoever this is, they have a family. There's no other way to put that. So this person, someone could be in a relationship with somebody who has a family, or somebody went to the family. I don't know, because I don't know whose reading this is, but there's a broken heart separation that's related to somebody with a family. So take that as it resonates. A Queen of Swords, someone who is logical, who thinks. Again, they could be being quiet, very guarded. They could keep their emotions to themselves or trapped. They're very keen sense of intelligence, very intelligent. Yeah. This is somebody that, this is a breakup. This is the Lovers in reverse. This is somebody that, collective, if this is your reading, this is definitely related to a separation and a breakup, a divorce, some type of, and again, if you're the masculine, you could be the person, the male the masculine that they separated from. This is the feminine. And if you're the feminine, obviously it could be the reverse. It could be showing up as, depends. And we could be transgender, same-sex relationships. There's all types of relationships. So you have to take the roles as they're flipped. This person's energy is coming up feminine. So you have to know your reading for who it is, what it is, okay? Yes, Marvel Tarot cards. Thank you, love. And thank you guys for staying, and make sure you type in that screen if you can hear me. Make sure you heart the screen. Let me know that you guys can hear me. I really appreciate you coming up and showing up and staying with me. I really appreciate that, because you could be doing anything, but you're spending your time with me. So thank you. King of Swords. So I don't know who this King of Swords is. Let's clarify. So this is intentions, and this is coming out as your intentions, collective, because I didn't go into your person's intentions. This is just coming out as, the feelings. Side of the reading. I'm just doing your half right now. So that's crazy. Not crazy, that's extraordinary. Because I'm going to pull their side, like, all the way. I'm going to pull their feelings and their intentions and everything. So bear with me. And I'm trying a new type of spread. So if you like this, let me know in the comments. I'm trying to do this a different way. I want to get more of a better love reading than how it comes across. Because sometimes y'all people, the collective is so big. I want to make sure I understand them. Your person's thoughts. Ooh. Because I'm pulling theirs for a second, just because I'm being nosy. So your intentions are here. I don't know if you plan on coming towards something or being very direct, but I see that there's defensiveness here. Or at least there's somebody. Because the Lovers came up under this Queen of Cups, so I'm going to assume that this is someone else. This could be you or someone else. Someone's coming very, with their words, very defensive, in this energy, coming forth ready to attack. So someone could be definitely coming towards you, or you can have intentions to go on towards someone. Take that as it resonates. So I want to clarify that because we have the Queen of Cups in reverse. So whoever this Knight of Swords is like pouring into themselves. This could be you again, collective. I don't know. We'll find out more. Someone's pouring into themselves. This King of Swords. Whoever this person is coming towards is attacking. That's on a defense. They're pouring into themselves. They lost an opportunity, and maybe there's a loss of money or loss of energy, a loss of time. So whoever this other person is, you will know if this is you or not, collective. Whoever this Knight of Swords is, they're pouring into themselves, but they lost an opportunity and they also lost money. So they could be being selfish or focused on themselves because they don't have no money and they got no time, no resources. So that could be another thing too, because if you don't have the Ace of Pentacles and you don't have the Four of Pentacles, you have no choice but to focus on yourself because you can't do anything. You don't have any money, you don't have any resources, you don't have any abundance to give anyone, so you have to inevitably pour on yourself. So if that's you, if you know that you've been having to pour into yourself, you'll know that's you in the reading, okay? Take that as it resonates. I'm just gonna keep it like that because it's a love reading. I don't want to get your energy confused with their energy confused. So this is the collective side, and this will be your person side. So you will know, if you're a cross watcher, then you'll know which side you belong on, okay? Hope that will help somebody. Okay, my collective. This is y'all side. The collective. Because I feel like this is, yeah. Because the intentions are to go to, yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Let's go to your person's thoughts. Your person could be having a lot of burdens. They could have a lot of, maybe not burdens, because these don't have to be looked at as burdens, but a lot of creative opportunities. It could be very heavy, but it's like a lot of things to do, a lot of, passions that they're pursuing. That's what it feels like. It seems like they're addicted to that with the Devil here. They're addicted to creating. Whoever this is, they could be a creator. They're addicted to doing, I'm gonna clarify that. Oh, confirmation. Now my card dropped. Let me see what's going on. That came out. They feel, if this is your person, they're not confused. They don't really know which direction they're going, but they're not following toxic patterns. So it's like they see that there's because your person is a little complicated. They're funny to read. So they're thinking about all the things they have to do. And they're thinking the things they have to do is, they're thinking about how that's the devil. Like, oh, I got all these things to do. They feel like that's like a lot. Like, this is a lot of shit to do. But they're still doing it anyway, really fast with this Robin energy. So they chase it down. So even though it's a codependency for them, maybe, that maybe just the way that they move. I don't know, that's just how they think, because that's what's coming up in their thoughts. So I'll find out more to find out why they're like that. I have the Strength card, so it looks like this could be like their way of being strong. Well, this was a separation on the board on your side, so I'm looking at it logically as a therapist, like doing couples counseling. If I had a breakup, and because the Tower is right up underneath all of the creativity, so they could be using what happened, this Tower moment, this Joker moment, this ha ha ha, everything's all fucking jokes on me. I got a divorce. I got a breakup. They cheated. They lied. Ha ha ha. Maybe they're using that to like fuel them to like do better, or to just be creative. That's what it feels like. That's the energy I'm feeling off of that. Because the devil being connected to it is like the codependency that's there, right? They're like, that's the devil. They're thinking that that's the devil. So it could be, it's a lot. I'm gonna do more for that because I saw the Strength card there. I had to clarify that. So let's go back to their feelings. They feel like there's another Tower. I don't know if something just happened or didn't happen or did happen. I don't know. But they are feeling like there's a Tower in their life. and they don't know, I don't know, something in their feelings about not wanting to go a direction with the Three of Wands being in reverse and the Two of Swords in reverse. So they don't want to go towards a direction. I don't know where that is. So if I'm actually I do. I love this reading. This is actually a pretty dope ass reading. I should do this more often. I'm looking at where the Three of Wands falls at in your pile collective, and then if you're the cross watcher, you already know where you are. Okay, so you know where you are in the reading. Okay, you have to know where you are. Whoever this person, you know, if you're the person in the reading who's been working your ass off, just going to work and coming home and just trying to get a better fortune, this is you. If you're not that person, if you're clear and you're not confused, and you know you've been really creating and doing a lot of work and just working your ass off, and maybe you're addicted to working, then that's you. Okay. The Three of Swords, whoever is in the separation, wherever the heartbreak is at, because this heartbreak is over here. The heartbreak is landing over here with my collective. Your person, they're not in this particular heartbreak energy, but it is mirrored because it's the Three of Swords and the Three of Wands. So it shows that they're not moving towards any direction. If you're thinking they're coming towards your direction or making plans towards this broken heart, they're absolutely not. They're in that no direction. Go look up historically what the Three of Wands means. It's like making a plan to move forward, make action. They're not taking any action on that broken heart. So whereas you're working and you're working on yourself, they're coming out of confusion. They're out of confusion. So where you're just going to work and coming home, they're clearing up their subconscious mind. They're getting rid of anything that had them stagnant or stuck or in maybe something in confusion, in disillusion. They're clearing that out with the Two of Swords being here in reverse. Whereas again, where you're working with other people, or maybe you're working at a job setting with other people, or wherever you're doing, where you're working, they're feeling like it's a tower for them. Or you're at work and you're just doing your job, and for them it's like you're working. They feel like that's a tower. Like you have fun at work, you're working, you're having a good job. For them, it's like you're not working with them, I guess. So they could feel like you're working with other people. They could feel like you work with other people. Maybe you did work with someone else in the past, and that was a tower. Maybe they feel like you working with someone else, because I do see a third party energy working with other people here. So maybe someone had third parties because it's attached to the Three of Swords. So maybe this Three of Swords is attached to this Three of Pentacles, meaning someone was working with other people and ending up in a separation and a broken heart. So if you would know if that's your reading. If that's awfully specific, you would know that. I feel like I see here, where is it you're thinking about my collective, you're thinking is being more clear, you're like not confused anymore, or entrapping yourself with negative thoughts of what if that, or what if this, and or assuming this, and jumping to conclusion, originalizing, black and white thinking, just keeping yourself trapped in negative thoughts. That person is working hard. So they're in Ten of Wands, they're working. You're working too, but it says like you're actually doing physical work, like actual physical work, like having to go to work and like a job and get up and go to, put the key in the car and go to lunch and do the things. I feel like you're having to actually do something. Whereas they may not, what they're doing right now is they're in this devil energy, but I don't feel like it's like bad devil energy, because it's Constantine the Great. If you know who Constantine is at Marvel, he was one of the people that like escaped death, like he tricked death. So maybe they feel something about like them tricking death, because again, how the devil's looking, they're looking at creating. So let's find out what they're creating. Let's see if they're creating bullshit or not. No. Whatever they're creating, they're being still. They're not moving anywhere. They're focusing on themselves. They could be keeping their money and their energy and resources. If they have money, they keep it to themselves. If they don't, then they don't. But maybe they don't have any money to give, but they're keeping it to confirmation for some of them. They're not giving. Ooh, that flew across the board. What was this? Ooh, they are working on their Ten of Cups. So your person is working on being still, focusing on themselves. Hey, how you doing? Hello. They're working on their happiness. success. They're addicted. They're addicted. The devil energy, they're addicted to success. I like your person. They said they're slowing down with the Chariot. If you know anything about this car, you know what this is. This is Flash, right? Flash, reverse, slowing down, focusing on themselves, and they're focusing, and they're trying to create their happiness, their abundance. And this could be a hard reading, especially if it's a divorce or separation. You may not want to hear that, but I have to read the cards as they come out. So if you feel triggered, take a deep breath. If you want to keep listening to it, you can. Of course, this could be hard. I've definitely have clicked off readings before, so I understand. But I'm going to post it anyway because you may come back to it later on. Yeah, that's what they're working. So I clarified that that's what they're working on. They're working on their happiness, their 10 of Cups. Whether that's a new relationship or abundance, it's just success, whatever that it means for them. And you know them personally, so I guess you would know what that looks like. All right, let's go into their intentions. I don't know what this means. This is interesting. Who is your person? Oh my God. Y'all put some hearts in the chat if this is resonating. Oh my God. Oh. Okay. Whereas you're working on your Wheel of Fortune, they're holding themselves back too. They may not be saying anything. They're keeping their energy to themselves. They're keeping their money to themselves. They're not talking to nobody. This person is in complete shutdown energy. Confirmation. You have the 8 of Cups in reverse, so they could, in their shadow, they could secretly want to go back somewhere. I don't know who needs to hear that. See, that's why y'all should stick around for the reading, because you never know what comes out. You never know what comes out. I mean, surprise, surprise. They're being quiet. They're keeping their words to themselves, but they have the 8 of Cups in their shadow. And this is what they're keeping hidden. Because I had to figure out, like, wow, the shadows on the board. It's a lot of shadow on the board. It's a lot of shadow. It's a lot of shadow. For those of you who stuck around, y'all got a little surprise for y'all. I think something's under here. I was shocked to see this 8 of Cups under this tower. I shouldn't tell y'all this. Depending on what y'all did to this person, I don't even know if I want to tell y'all. Because I see third party and broken hearts. So if y'all did some bullshit, I really don't want to. Intuitively, I know some bullshit happened here. This person is keeping their energy to themselves, but beneath the surface, what you don't know, what's hidden is, I think they would like a return and they want to give to the relationship, but they don't want to be in codependent energy with the Devil in reverse. This person doesn't want any toxic energy around. They just don't want it. If you want to know what their true desire is, they just want happiness. This is the Devil in reverse up under the 10 of Cups. They don't want that. Because I'm looking at the 2 of Swords. This person is very clear-minded. Their only addiction is to being happy. So they're keeping their time and their money and their words to themselves, but secretly they may wish for the relationship to come back because it's the 8 of Cups. They may wish for the relationship to return, and they do wish to give, but they don't want to give to the devil. They have no intentions on giving to the devil. So the Devil in reverse, they do not want to give to the devil. I don't know who needs to hear that. The devil is codependencies, lying, cheating, manipulating, poor boundaries, come on, it's the inability to tell yourself no to things that you need to say no to, just ridiculous. Wow, the same card in 2 different decks. And there's I don't feel like, if you wonder if they're promiscuous or if they're out there, they are not. This is the King of Wands in reverse. They're keeping their energy to themselves. They're not spreading their seeds all over the world. This is a masculine, feminine. Take it as it resonates, right? If you flip the roles for gender as you need. But this person, your person, so then they're not outside. I can tell you that right now with all this in the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, Queen of Pentacles in reverse, and the Royal card in reverse. Yeah, this is not someone who's outside. And then in the shadow, we have the Nightmare Blondes. So they could be split. So even though they're to themselves, they could be like in this energy of like, I don't know if I want to stay like this or not. They could be in this energy of wanting to explore because it's halfway. Yeah. They, in their subconscious, they're wanting to get back out there, explore, I think, if you're wondering. That's what it feels like, because we have the Three of Wands. So they haven't made any plans to do anything like that. They've been keeping their energy to themselves, but they're definitely thinking about it. They just haven't, they just feel like the relationships that they've been in haven't been successful. So they just haven't, they're not trying to chase more toxic things. You see that? With the Six of Cups in reverse, they just feel like things have been just toxic. So they're not happy to go back out there and find another, whatever the fuck happened with you. And whatever happened with you and them, they're not interested in doing that again. I can see that. So the World card, their intentions is to, I guess, learn a lesson again. I just got really sad. Sometimes I don't like being an empath because I can feel energy. I don't know what happened between you and this person, but they are really, it really hurt them very badly. And as soon as I pulled this card, tears just started. Y'all, you're here, you're with me. Like, I just felt, like right now, I just feel like crying really bad. I don't like it when this happens. What did you do? What happened? This person, well, somebody got hurt. Really bad. And they feel like they didn't learn their lesson. Whoever this person is that's just want happiness, they're not confused. They just don't want to give any more time to bad things. And I'm sad because I don't know who this person is, but they cry a lot. Something about time could be up. In this person's subconscious, they are very hurt. They wish they didn't. Something about giving their heart and working with somebody else, working with someone they feel like they shouldn't have worked with. Maybe you, I don't, probably you, Collective, or Given their heart and working cause given causing pain. Clarify this 3 of crystals. I'm gonna have to get off of here because if not, I'm gonna keep crying and I gotta go cleanse my energy. This person feels like they didn't learn their lesson. They wish, I don't say wish, it's like the veil. The best way to say this is they didn't see something, but I can see why they're beating themselves up because your person may feel like they're psychic, or you may feel like you're psychic. Someone could have said, like I already saw this, like, why didn't I see this? And it's almost like I hurt myself. I'm crying because I feel this beat up energy over here. If you really want to know what I'm feeling, the energy just coming through, the feeling is very powerful. It's a very, I hurt myself, I blame myself. I speak protection over this reading and all. I block any monitoring spirits that come to steal, devour, and destroy. I block all negative energies that come to seek, devour, and destroy in the name of Yeshua. All right, Holy Spirit, can we clarify this 10 of bones, this thing that hurt? Your person feels like this is a karmic path, whatever they chose with the World card coming up here. They feel like something was, you know, they didn't learn a lesson with the World card reverse. You know, they feel like they didn't take care of their environment. They didn't take care of maybe their environment or the environment or something like that. And they chose the karmic path by dealing with whatever situation. If that's you, if this is you, I feel your tears. If this is not you and you're the person who on the other side of that, they feel like you're a karmic path. I feel like that you were karma, that they picked karma, that you were not a good path. And they wish they didn't choose it. Damn, that flew. Relief, yeah. They just want relief from the pain. Whatever it is that hurt them, they just want relief. Okay, so what can we do moving forward? I'm gonna put this up, and then we're gonna do short term and a long term outcome of this. I mean, I guess I gotta wrap that up because that's a lot. I've never balled like that on maybe once. I think one time when I first started doing this, I was doing reading you guys. I think I was channeling y'all's energy at that time. Somebody was crying really fucking bad. Ugh. When the first time it happened to me, I was in church. I was like, well, it's not the first time, but the first time it happened to me as an adult. That shit was so wild. I was like, I could feel everything. Okay, let's do the short-term outcome. Long-term. Damn, that just threw up on me. Oh yeah, we got a couple things. All right. I guess I'll clarify. So the short-term outcome for this for you, collective, is this chariot energy. Maybe someone will get in a vehicle, get in a car. Maybe someone will be purchasing a car, getting a car, or going towards the car, or traveling, or just in movement. Someone could be traveling. So that's going to be short-term. The long-term outcome is maybe someone is, again, more quiet energy, maybe not saying anything, maybe shut down or thinking or being very pensive and keeping emotions to yourself. So some collective, that could be where you're going at the long term. The short term for this person, for your person, is they're keeping their energy to themselves. They're not going to be courageous and stand up or come towards anything in concerning the relationship. If you think they are, they're not passionate about it. And I can see why the way I just cried, I would not be passionate about the relationship at all. I could see why this would be the energy that your person's in. Long term, they are just going to look at this as a loss, and they're going to start building a new foundation, going towards a more stable situation. Let's clarify the Chariot for you. So again, related to this car, this vehicle, the short term, it could be like trying to find a successful way to travel, trying to find a successful way to get momentum, movement, forward movement, whether that is literal or figuratively. Thank you. Confirmations. In the long term, you could be, again, being more in the thoughts, keeping your thoughts to yourself, being prepared with your words. With the Queen of Swords, someone being more thoughtful, more balanced in their thinking, more creative. And then long term, doesn't say thank you for the hearts, big hearts in the chat. Yeah, good to hear for her, yeah. Thank you, I know. Take it as it resonates, right? For me over here, you know how I feel about all of it. I'm over here crying, so you already know I'm kind of like... Take it as it fucking resonates. I'm balling. The long-term Queen of Swords for my collective. I don't like this energy, so I'm going to fuss at you if this is you. That's why I'm a spiritual therapist. My name is Allison Smith. You can find me on Psychology Today. I'm a real therapist. So I'm not liking this energy. If this is what your plan is, if this is what your intentions are, this is why I'm on here. And I'm going to start fussing. And I hope that you watch the video. I hope it reaches the ears it's supposed to. Because most people ain't gonna go to therapy any fucking way. Either they ain't got their insurance or they're too fucking prideful. Anyway, the Emperor in reverse. This talks about someone who's, and this is Aquaman, so it talks about standing up for the environment, taking care of your kingdom, taking care of what it is that you're sworn to protect. This is in reverse. I don't like that for nobody. That's fucked up. Why would you not be an Emperor energy? Why would you make yourself small? That's what's coming up in the long term. The long term, you're just gonna fall back and make yourself small. That's some, yeah, everybody. I don't respect cowards, so that's why. That's why I don't have no energy for that shit. So I'm gonna say it on the camera, outside of a camera, in session, outside of a session. I don't fucking respect cowards. If you don't fucking believe me, then why did the lion try to get a heart on a yellow brick road? They put the shit in your fucking face. Coward shit is weird. Stop. I don't like it. If you got something to say it with your motherfucking chest. I don't say it at all. Or keep it to yourself. Or maybe the thought wasn't a good thought. If you can't say it in front of everybody. If you can't do it in front of everybody, if you can't say it in front of everybody, maybe perhaps you should look and wonder like what is going on with that energy. But that's too much like right? Which is why people love to demonize tarot and everything else, because it keeps their fucking ego in check. Okay, I'm pulling cards on that. The reason why we're in this making ourselves small energy is because someone still is in this judgment energy. Someone's still holding on to judgment. Okay, I clarified the Emperor reverse. So in the long term, you could be getting ready to pack up and move a direction, whether that's figuratively or literally. You could be getting ready to move a direction. But maybe because it's slowed down your movement, maybe because you can't do whatever it is that you want to do as fast as you want to go, because I do see this stagnant energy here, and it could be envy here too. Someone could be in jealousy energy, because the Knight of Wands talks about slowing down. People in slow down energy, they can't manifest anything, so they get jealous, so they get resentful because they can't move. And then we have the Judgment in reverse. So someone could be really holding on to this judgment of themselves and not knowing how to forgive themselves for what they've done. And if you're on that side of the collective, obviously you did some bullshit, especially if there's third parties involved and you end up like losing a relationship because of third party connections. I could definitely see why you're like, I'm gonna make myself small and go hide and nobody sees me because my ego's so big. I have to talk like that because if I don't, I'm gonna get mad. Judgment in reverse, Batman. Someone's not a good Dark Knight. Someone's just fucking evil. This is like, he's a vigilante because he's doing good things. So if you're not doing good things in the dark, that means you're just operating in the dark. You're not a Dark Knight in the good way. Like, you're not like helping anybody, right? That's just a dark operators. That's what the Joker is trying to say. Like, what are you actually saving in Gotham, you know? So, what are you saving in Gotham City? I guess that'll be, you'll know that's yours if that's the case. All right. Let's go to your person's short-term, long-term outcome. Their short-term is keeping their energy to themselves. And their money. I don't know if they got money or not, but they sure plan on keeping it to whatever they do got, they're keeping it to themselves. They do not plan on sharing the wealth at all. They could be very beautiful, and they could have a brand new opportunity, a brand new venture, something very creative that they're going towards very fast, okay? Which is why they're keeping their energy to themselves because, again, very beautiful, very sexy, very sassy, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. This could be very prevalent in their chart. If they're not those signs, they could have just this beautiful, sexy, you know, luxurious, like, let's sit back, you know, let me eat, you know, yes, what's next? Girl, let's have fun, you know, that kind of energy. But they have a brand new opportunity, a brand new beginning that they're all headed towards. So that's probably why they're keeping their energy and their money and their time to themselves. In the long term, like I said, they're just looking at this as a loss, and they're becoming more grounded, more stable. They could be, again, having a new opportunity with the Page of Pentacles here. They could be a beginner entrepreneur, or just getting ready to start school, or getting ready to start a new venture or something like that, getting their feet planted. And they could be planning to go to school or something like that. Yeah, they plan on doing that fast. So even in the long term, they're moving fast, even in the long term. They have a lot of ace. Your person's very creative. They're very creative and very passionate about what they do. Because we saw those 10 of Wands last time. Like, they're like, oh, I'm going to do this with all of that heartbreak. Whatever broke their heart, whatever tired moment it is, they're just taking it and wrapping it up. I'm just going to make some shit with it. I'm just going to make it work. They're just doing like that kind of energy. And this 8 of Wands energy too, they have this like same kind of attitude about school. I see how them looking at school like I should get it done fast, or whatever it is that they're looking at, this new opportunity. A lot of people, I say school because the Page of Pentacles typically means school, especially with this young one. But if they're not young, if they're not in school, again, just a new business, a new venture, a new opportunity that they're getting ready to do. So that's what's happening for them in the long term. Let's see what's going to happen between you guys in the long term, short term. Long term, sorry. Well, I'll do long term, short term. Between you two, Holy Spirit, reveal what's going to happen between those two and the... Oh, that was, my left started itching. Oh, my left started itching everywhere as soon as I pulled that. Ooh, damn. There could be some communication, some successful communication. Some help getting some, I see help coming. Maybe some more clear communication. I gotta clarify that. There's a lot of confusion and new ideas coming between you two. I don't know, guys. The Two of Swords is in reverse, so I see some confusion clearing. The Ace of Swords here, so there could be like a new idea, maybe with the mask at the top. Maybe some more clarity, the third eye being like bright open here. Something about a mask. Maybe someone could have an idea about a mask. Maybe showing someone their mask. Ooh, maybe someone's gonna show someone their mask. Maybe someone's been masked. Well, I know who's a mask in my collective. Do you plan on showing them your mask? Put some hearts in the chat if you plan on showing your mask, if that's you. Page of Pentacles, yeah, somebody could be like, you know, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna be strong. I'm gonna stand up. I'm gonna release judgment. I'm gonna release my mask. I suggest you do that. The earlier the better. I used to work in an elderly home. You know what's ugly? To work with elders who are in their 90s or 80s and still have masks on. Yikes. All right, I'm gonna clarify the long term. I'm gonna clarify the Six of Swords because I wasn't satisfied with that. There could be some opportunity for giving. I don't know. Remember this, change your mind, change your cards. But right now on the table, the short term, there could be opportunity to get help. Someone could be getting, your relationship could be going towards a help, getting clarity, more mental clarity, more successful thoughts, I should think. And because it's the Six of Swords and the Six of Crystals here, so it's like giving more time, giving more effort, giving more communication, more positive communication. Clarify this, Two of Swords, this confusion being lifted, this rock in a hard place being gone. Oh, maybe the relationship is going to be going towards just being clear about why everything is over, you know, why everything is separated. Because some of you guys are not getting back together with this person. For those of you who are not getting back together, I feel like that's something that you need to hear. Just, you know, there's just going to be clarity, more clear on, you know, maybe the mask or how things were done and why things, you know, why things broke up. I don't know, something like that. Because the Three of Swords and with the Three of Swords, daggers in reverse, it's like that will be clear. Why the separation happened, why the breakup happened, why everything was confusing. That's going to be clear. That's not going to be like, oh, I don't know why. Like, that's not going to be. And I hate when people do that too. I don't know why we broke up. You do, stop lying. But the Lovers in reverse. So again, the short term is, again, is the breakup still going to be here. There could be a new idea about the breakup, but a new idea about the Lovers in reverse. But I just ultimately see that the relationship is at an end. And the Three of Cups, again, there could be a third party that was attached to it. They're not attached to it anymore. This could have been a reason why it broke up. Yeah, yep, 1000%. This is your person's subconscious, like, coming through and letting me know clearly, no, that's exactly what happened. So I guess what's kind of happening now is it just seems like there's clarity around this. Maybe someone was confused about why this person doesn't deal with me anymore, but they don't deal with you anymore because you had third-party relationships. You had another person, and that hurt them. And I don't know if it's something about a mask being related to that. And the mask falls right up under this third party stuff. Maybe somebody in the collective didn't think somebody knew that they had other people or another person or something like that. Maybe, yeah, I literally just saw. Someone wasn't healing. This was not a heal. This is coming out in reverse related to this Ace of Swords. That's going to be clear how somebody was not healing the relationship. Someone was hurting the relationship. With the Three of Cups, let's clarify. Home, someone gave up their home. Message, this is a message for you guys, or someone didn't listen to it. Someone didn't read a message or listen to a message. Someone could have sent a message. Someone did not heal. Someone hurt someone, didn't heal them. Someone could have left a home. Someone didn't listen to a message, and death, and then ended things. So that's clear. If you're confused on why this happened, this is what's gonna come out now in the future. And it may require you to be strong, to have some strength, to, like, you know, to really, you know, this could feel like a very, very tough feat that you're coming out of, to lift yourself out of this cave, you know, big Leo energy. Clarify the Healer. Eight of Swords in reverse. And the long term was coming up, or shall I say was coming up. This healing that was hurt, this hurt that was done, this healing that was not so healing. That was, somebody could have said they were healing and they're not healing. This is something that you will eventually get over, I think, with the Eight of Swords here. Like, that would be very clear. Like, negative thinking about it, I guess, something. I don't see you getting over the home. Whatever happened in the home with this Lovers, I think when you think of home, you think of this love, whoever this, or when they think of home, they think of you. Something like that. So when home is being thought of, that was love. That's love. That's going to be clear. What will be clear in the future is love was at home. That was the Lovers. Your home had love in it. Your home has the Lovers card on it. Your home was full of was love. It's beautiful. Message. Someone didn't listen to a message from a high priestess. Someone could have given a message to someone. A high priestess could have given a message to someone, and someone didn't listen to a message. Like when I say high priestess, someone who's very intuitive, someone who knows what they're talking about, or something like that, or someone who didn't know what they were talking about. Because I put it in reverse because it came out, but let me clarify this high priestess. Yeah, someone broke up with the high priestess. And didn't listen to a message, clarified the death, and then broke up, separated it. This is a very specific message. If this is your message, then this is very, 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 very specific. You will know if this is your message. Painful ending. So long term, guys, you'll be getting over, you'll be working towards, the worst has happened. The worst is over with now. So I feel like you're just recovering from this painful ending. Somebody's slowing down now. Maybe one time you're really charged and having a good time being a, outgoing, fun, loving, for the road, for the streets kind of person, just having a good time. Life of the party. But I see you're slowing the energy down now. It's a lot of passion here. It's a lot of passion. Everything's revealed. This new moon, this new cycle, everything has came out, guys. You just see the stuff I'm saying in therapy and on TikTok and everywhere. Y'all got your report cards. See, people don't know those moon cycles, all the astrologer girls we be talking about, those are your report cards that we be talking about. Welcome to your report card. The same kids that was fucking off in school, the same kids that's fucking off in life. Ask me how I know. I was the same nerd in school when I became the same nerd in life, and I'd be watching people like this, the same way I watched in school. Like, Sally doesn't like nonfiction books. Timmy does like nonfiction books. Surprise, surprise. Timmy likes to be lied to 30 years later. He loves fiction books. I love studying human behavior. Humans are hilarious. And the funniest humans are the ones that say, I know people. I know. Or I'm a good person. That's another one. I'm a good person. Nobody's good. All right. Angel messages. Thank you for sticking around with me. This has been a very reading. I'm gonna go cook some food. Holy Spirit, what can they focus on? Past, present, future. All right, in the past you gave your power away. You need to take it back. Right now, you know what to do. Trust your inner knowledge and act upon it without delay. For those of you, at this point, I get annoyed with my collective. I see why God gave y'all people to come talk to y'all, because my collective is pissing me off. Y'all act like y'all know what to do. We acting confused. You're not confused. You know what to do. Taking your power back. Use your God-given power and intentions and manifest blessings in your life. So at a time, you could have gave your power away to a person, place, or thing. Letting other people control your values and your motives and what you think you should do. Because there's no way that you could be here on my live and this is your fucking life. That means you gave your power away to who or whom or whatever that had nothing to do. That whatever that you were involved in was not love and was not light. I can tell you that right now. I don't need to be a goddamn therapist or a spiritualist to know that. My son could tell you that. He reads cards. He could tell you that don't make sense. Like, why would you do that? So that means somebody might need some mental health help to like work on, like, why would I do that? Like, what would make that happen? Yeah, go uncover that. Go figure that out. If not, you're just a cancer to the world and nobody likes you, low-key. Like, again, I remember that kid in the back of the classroom. No one liked you then and no one likes you now. We're all the same. Nothing's changed. We just got bigger bodies. Stop being an asshole. The fuck? Weird. All right. Crystal clear intentions. In the future, what you can do is have clear intentions. So don't go into situations being a liar or trying to see how you can make sure you're safe and there. Like, why? What's going on? I'll tell you this. This is the best way to if you want to know, like, how to make this car reality, my intentions. If you want to know how to keep your intentions clear, ask yourself, if this was being filmed, if people had access to my thoughts, my mind, if this was being watched by everyone available, to my mother, would I still feel comfortable doing this? Now, some people say, well, I don't feel like having sex in front of my mom. Let's not use your common sense. If your mom, the mother should not want to watch you doing that. So then that would, if everyone did that, right, why would you want to watch your son? So see how it's common sense, like use your common sense. If you shouldn't be wanting to do those types of things anyway, like there shouldn't be an explanation on why you should want to do it. But that's too much like reality, right? That makes sense. That makes too much sense. Hence why they have rules in the military called UCMJ rules. Why everyone can't join the military. Everybody can't be a part of organizations because everybody won't follow the rules. Because we got people who are going to be like, that don't apply to me. We know. This is why people break up with you. This is why people, we know. We know. This is why you drink and smoke and do. That's why you can't let anybody hold your phone. That's why someone, oh, give my phone. Hold on. That's why. That's why. That's called giving your power away when you operate like that. It's not funny. It's actually sick. It's actually real sick. It's so sick that we got books about it. It's so sick that people take medicine for it. It's so sick that people will come online in their free time to tell you about how sick it is. So to not have clear intentions on when you're why and what you're doing something is actually very, very, very dangerous, because that means you can become a pawn in anybody's game whenever they feel like using you to do so, because you don't have good intentions anywhere, or you don't know your intentions. So not having good intentions or having very loose, kind of ambiguous intentions, that still makes you a subject to being hurt and harm other people. That's why they say believe in something or you fall for everything. That's why they say that. So I don't know what's going on here, but I do feel like the justice that's coming into balance is gonna have to do with your money and your time. So someone could, be more clear. I'm just gonna say it like that. Be more clear about your intentions. To be clear about what you desire and focus upon it with unwavering faith. Some people have a lot of desires that they keep hidden. They have desires for men, desires for women, desires for money. They just lust over different things. And somebody here is definitely lusting over money. And money got you caught up. Or something with resources. So Spirit says, be more careful where you put your money at. Be more careful where you put your resources at next time. Because you got justice here on the table for not being clear about your desires, being clear about your intentions, being clear about your boundaries has cost you your finances, which is why you're working so fucking much, because you're having to give back into the spirit world. And see, people be thinking those judgments just be served in the real world, but you get spiritual judgments. If you cross somebody and you hurt somebody's earth angel, you hurt loved ones, you hurt people, you'll be working like a fucking dog for months, for years, paying that shit back energetically. But people don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that. It's going to hurt somebody's feelings. So that you have a spiritual court case and you have a spiritual summons, and that the divine has ruled in someone else's favor, and your proof is that you're working like a dog. No, that ain't why. That ain't why. Then why does reading make so much sense if that ain't why? You won't be paranoid anymore if you start to have clear intentions. I see you come out of your shell once justice is served. You still gonna have to pay back more money though, whoever you are. And this is a generational lesson. This money situation that you got going on, Spirit's letting it happen to you on purpose so that you will never do this again. Because this isn't a lesson that you even had to learn. This is not a major arcana. Someone was being a clown, using their words to hurt people. They're not doing it. You won't be doing that anymore. It's in reverse. And a new, like, having a new beginning. So low key, if you continue to go towards good things, letting go, turning your back towards the past, taking back your power, having clear intentions when you get ready to do something, let your yes be your yes, let your no be your no. Don't be a liar, don't be a manipulator, don't be a gaslighter, don't be trying to sneak, don't be some bullshit and then get caught by angels like, so the spirit world's real? The spirit world's real? The spirit world real? Yeah. So great grandma, Susie, Sally, all of them saw you when you were lying and when you were slapping and when you were cussing. Yes, all of them saw it. Surprise, surprise. It's just a dimension change. You just can't see into that dimension, but they're still very much aware of what the fuck you're doing at all times. Surprise, surprise. It's like people don't really believe in like the whole. I think Santa Claus set people up. They're like, he sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when. So people are like, oh, Santa Claus is not real. So this like they kind of get rid of like the spirit team in general is not real. That's how I know people are atheists. They don't believe in God for real. Because if they believed in God, then I wouldn't see people's cards like that. I know people are really atheists or really are agnostic or something because their cards look fucked up like that. Because I know you don't believe, because if you did, you would be scared. You would have the fear. You'd be like, I would be terrified to do some of that shit. Like, oh my God. Because that's going to come back to me energetically. I don't think I want to do that. But, yeah. What you gonna do? After working at a prison, I'm no longer surprised. Passions, it says, trust and follow your renewed passions in your love life. So in your career, so whoever needs to hear that, I guess it's the hope and grace. After you're done with this judgment, this sentence that you have with this justice on the card. I saw judgment, I saw justice, so I know that someone's having to serve out some type of karma. Once it's done, you'll have a beautiful life that you can focus on. So I guess in the meantime, just manifest the life that you want, and do the necessary steps to uncover why this happened to you. I'm going to probably come back on, maybe tonight, I don't know. Definitely the next time I see you guys here on YouTube, I'm definitely going to be doing a wound healing spread, because clearly we have some emotional wounds that have been bleeding on other people, emotionally bleeding on other people's, and blaming them for the blood being on your shirts. Well, you shouldn't have hugged me then. You got blood on you because you hugged me. How'd that look? If people saw how they looked if people really could play back themselves on TV, they would be mortified how they look. Mortified. This home, death. All right, guys. Thank you for letting me put my cards up with me. I'm using your energy to put the cards up because I'll be like, when I'm done, I'm like, oh. So thank you. Make sure you like and subscribe. It's a new channel. It's growing. I appreciate all the shares and all the likes. I've been moving around a little bit. As you know, I live out of my camper. It's wonderful. I'm actually at one of the resorts right now. And so just focusing on getting you guys your readings consistently and making sure my practice is running very smooth and just doing whatever I have to do. In the meantime, between time, sending love and light. I appreciate all the likes, all the subscribes, all the things. I'll be very much, now that I'm in the camper full time, I should be able to have a full-time schedule to be more consistent, because that's been my goal since I started this channel, is to be consistent with you guys for mental health, because I know for a fact there's people who will never go see a therapist, but they do believe in tarot. And they know enough to know that if they keep getting the same message over and over again, that's their message. And typically, I see a lot of people with personality disorders and people who've done like things that are pretty serious, or they've had serious things done to them. Hence my name, the Emotional Wound Clinic, and just my calling on my life. And it always seems, I ran away from it, but it always seems to be wrapped around love, which pisses me off because love has always been a sore spot for me. I don't like talking about it. So I guess I'm probably the best candidate because I have a lot of experience in it. But in the meantime, between time, I will definitely keep doing the readings. I'm going to focus more on wound healings here on YouTube. On my TikTok platform, I'm definitely going to be doing more of the relationship ones because I feel like the wound healings, they're going to be more long, and I want you to see the spreads more thought out because I get, YouTube is better for like the long time. I don't have to be as interactive. I mean, I am, but TikTok, you have to really, really, really be interactive for real, for them. You guys tend to watch them later, come back, watch it like a TV show or whatever. Anyway, have a beautiful, beautiful week. Well, no, day. I'm coming back to this evening. When am I coming back? Oh, this crying made me not know anything. Yeah, what time is it? I got like 2 clients this afternoon, so I'll see some clients. And then I'm gonna sing. Gotta get ready for tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm doing something super fun. You can watch me on TikTok. I'll post it later. It's gonna be super fun. I'm doing an outing, doing an event for my sister's birthday. As you know, she passed away a couple years ago, so her birthday's tomorrow. So I'll go do something fun for me and her. Celebrating her. Something fun for me, something fun for her. But y'all have a beautiful